Three, two, one. Go.
Is it good? Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Untitled Circus Project, where we're back again for the second time after some delays. Funniest thing in the world just happened. This was one of the worst games ever. This was the worst 10-7 game this week. And that's funny, considering we had to watch Geno Smith play football. I'm Bears fan alongside 24 Amper, Cross Ren Ren, Josco, because I couldn't be bothered to tell him to leave, and we relatively like Josco. Jugger Bear, and the man of someone's hour,
Someone's hour.
Kamain. Before we start, Kamain, would you like to get your ranting off first, or would you save that for later?
Look, if I'm being completely honest, this isn't the worst football game that I've watched my team lose infuriatingly by one score this week.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, dude, I'm more likely to crash out about the Jaguars. T-Law blew that game, but it wasn't technically his fault we lost.
Yeah.
He got us into position. It's just the 15th holding penalty from the most undisciplined offense I've ever seen. Decided to knock them out of field goal range with, like, genuinely the strongest legged kicker in the league, and Brandon Aubrey exists.
Yeah. But, hey, how does it knowing that you would call better plays in Madden, in this game than any of these coaches would, do?
I don't know about third down. I'd call better plays on first and second, or at the very least, I'd run an option occasionally.
But have you considered passing it on first and second down all the time?
Does not compute. We need to reboot stream for a third time and maybe the ideal process.
Well, anywho, this is just incredibly funny. So, who wants... so, I'm just gonna say this now. Both of these coaches are played like dog shit. This is one of the worst coach games I have ever seen in my lifetime. And I've seen Matt Nagy and Matt Eberflus.
There he is. Finally, the thing worked. All right, cool.
Yeah, and I've seen Matt Nagy and Matt Eberflus do shit, man. I can't with this fucking I can't. We were watching this game because we always do the typical watch-alongs. I have never seen two coaches give each other wins more often than both of these coaches.
No, you
And the
can win
funniest
this
thing-
game. No, you win this game. Oh, no, I insist. Fucking head-ass game.
Like, okay, I guess we should just start with the first quarter. None of us watched the first quarter because we were watching wrestling, and when we got back from it, we saw the game was 0-0.
It was like, oh, so
all I
nothing
know
of note has
was,
changed.
was there a fumble in this game?
I think
at
so.
the
I think
beginning of the game?
Jalen Hurts fumbled the
Jalen
ball.
Hurts fumbled on a run for first down to about inside the 20 with 3 minutes left in the first quarter.
Ah.
Yeah, no,
I
yeah, no.
see.
We were watching wrestling. So we did not watch the first quarter of this game. Clearly, we didn't miss much.
Yeah, there was also another fumble in the second half before the game was ending, and this time Jordan Love did the honors, in which
There were two fumbles, actually.
oh, what was the other one?
Second to last. Yeah. The 4th and 1 call would have been a declined illegal formation penalty to lose possession anyways, but Josh Jacobs fumbled.
No. I thought you were talking about the fumble that Jordan Love had when he got stepped on, the one that he recovered.
I was not.
Yeah. No, it was this was bad, and nothing in the first half happened at all. This is the first time where I can truly say the game started at the second half, and the Eagles got the ball first and proceeded to do fuck all with it. I just wanted to say, shout out to those punters, man. They had to put in the work tonight, and their legs must be exhausted. let's see, how many punts were there in this game?
Oh man, I may have to change my highlight player for this week, man.
No.
Fuck, bro. I don't know. AJ Cole has has a run for his money. Ooh, yeah,
there were
AJ
10
Cole
punts in this
as my
game.
highlight player, because you know what? That man deserves the highlights for his punts, man.
Yeah, so many fucking punts, and no one could seemingly get a decent return out. Actually, no, that's a lie. They were getting 10 yards for almost every single return, and yet every single time, none of these teams thought about throwing the ball downfield. It was just short throw, short throw, short throw, short throw.
If I may chime in, 10 yards a return would be like double the Packers' punt return average for the year.
That's fair.
Highest paid special teams coach in the league, by the way. Thank you, Rich Bisaccia. Are we sure you don't want to take that interim Raiders coaching gig right now? Is it too late to ship him off?
Unfortunately, the best place that you can throw him in is New York, and you're playing New York on Sunday.
Well, we can leave him there.
No, you still play in Green Bay, I think. Or no, you might play in New York.
No, we play in New York. I was looking at this game.
New Jersey, actually. Anyways,
Yeah.
good job NFL for having the trifecta of this game fucking sucks. 3 fuck-ass primetime games. That sucked. That's the main reason, man. They fucking sucked with these, bro. 10-7. Broncos. Fucking. What was the score of last night's game, bro? Fucking 3.
It was 10-25.
10 to
If any of you
25.
Zoomers
Then
like
10 to fucking
defense,
7.
you would have had a great time tonight.
Fucking.
No, this wasn't good defense. It was both of these
Yeah, they
quarterbacks
seem
thinking and
sucked.
dunking all night and missing throws.
Because there was pressure on them the whole time. Thank you very much.
And you know what? That pressure fucked
there
ass,
was pressure.
bro. That shit was ass, bro. Get the actual fuck off the airways with that. That sucked.
Yeah.
I am not taking shit from the offense lover here. Your words cannot hurt me any more than the Jaguars already did.
Cool. Anyways, yeah, no, this game sucked, bro. No, genuinely, is this game still going? It's more of a toss up. Who wants to win the football game? Fucking who wants to? No, I want to be on the hot seat more. No, I want to be on the hot seat. Ooh.
Oh no, the funniest thing, and I think Kamain can vouch on me for this, was the best Packers defense has ever been all year. This was the only game where it felt like they were doing things correct. And the offense is terrible.
You're wrong. The first 2 games of the season were also very good. I'm gonna correct you on that. It's the first good... no, even the Panthers game last week was pretty good.
Holding the Eagles to 10 points and holding the Panthers to 16 points are 2 completely different things.
Yeah, no, that's...
Like, now, obviously, turnovers factor and everything, but I don't think Love's only turnover was, on their side of the field, if I remember correctly. Oh, no, that was just the missile.
No, that was Jacobs. Packers defense keeping them in the game flirting versus Packers defense keeping them in the game harassment. Is that the angle you're going for? Because you're kind of wrong.
Nah. I'm saying right on this one. I think holding the Eagles to 10 points is more impressive than holding the Panthers to 16 points. No offense. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm saying they're both impressive. One is more impressive than the other, but holding the Panthers to 16 and holding Rico Dowdle under 150 is not bad. I guess. I guess fair enough.
Teams fucking
but
suck.
Still, it's just...
Teams suck. I'm sorry. Listen, say what you want about defensive things, but it's like if you're in terms of the narrative with these teams, you should be blowing this team out. If you're so far superior, I'm always of the mindset of if you're that damn good, you should be shut down. If Philly was that good, this should have been 49-10. If the Packers were that good, this should have been 49-10. I'm just You're like all phases of the ball need to be firing if you're that damn good. And you can't have. And this was not a convincing. This changes no narratives for either one of these teams. This changes nothing. This win didn't do anything for these teams. It's still like, really, 0 points in the first half. Hasn't happened in Monday Night Football since 2002. Really?
It hasn't happened in the NFL as a whole since 2023.
Yeah, I was like, really? Like, really?
Yeah, and that was the Raiders Vikings game. Oh no. Ugh, don't remind me of that. Fuck no. Yeah, but like there's even so much more to get into this. Like, obviously the funniest part about this game was the first ever points was just a field goal, and that really felt like the
Jets
game
scored
winner
more
with how
points than both these teams combined. The Jets scored 14 points in the first quarter.
That was off special teams, though, something the Packers aren't really known for. Or Eagles.
No, they're known for their special teams, just generally ineptitude. Ren, put up the scoregami so that the people have something more enjoyable than this game to think about, please.
You know what? No, everyone can get a good night rest and go to bed and sleep well.
No, I think most of these players were already getting that because the offense certainly was doing jack all. I will say this, though. Losing Elton Jenkins for the rest of the game was a huge blow for the Packers. Like, he is their best offensive lineman, in my opinion. Zach Tom has done good, but this, in my opinion, this offense revolves around Jenkins. And whenever he's not out there on the field, this offensive line gets so much worse.
Yes, we are down 2 of our 4 best offensive players right now, because Jenkins, who was our best and also most versatile lineman, was down for half the game. Kraft's out for the season in something that I'm only going to describe as that might be what kills us. And we're stuck with man, you know the TikTok where the one girl mocking or not tries to call the blocks going into the wrong hole.
Yeah.
That's the Packers' offensive play calling, man.
On
the bright side, only one stupid end around.
The issue is, I think my issue with this Packers team is like, I think this is the worst the offense has been since the 2018 Aaron Rodgers. I mean, the 2018 season with Mike McCarthy. Like, Jordan Love, like, they're not turning the ball over a ton, but this defense, like, this offense is terrible. Like, statistically, they look fine and they should be winning games, but then you look at the points like, all of their losses this year, 10 points, 13 points, 7 points. Like, all of them are because they cannot score points. And the thing is, the funniest way to beat this Packers team is that you just got to stop the offense. You don't even have to beat the defense in a shootout. You don't got to do nothing. You just got to wait for them to get in their own way.
Just make fucking Jordan Love overwhelmed, I guess. I don't know. Tell him that he's a bitch, and you go, fuck, no, fuck. Fucking the Favre shoulder.
Make sure he turns the
keeps
Brett Favre
talking to him.
2.0 today.
My thing is, Jordan Love look, man, I'm fine with quarterbacks being inconsistent. It happens. Like, legitimately, a quarterback isn't supposed to be perfect. They're supposed to do enough to win games. But Jordan Love has been constantly on that. Starts out shaky, finishes out pretty decent stuff. Normally, you get that shit fixed by by year 3. This is.
How's he supposed to get it fixed? Are you guys unfamiliar with the Matt LaFleur play calling school of what's a deep ball?
Have you considered throwing it on first and second down?
I have. LaFleur hasn't.
The funny, like, it's just, it's so crazy because like as a Bears fan, I'm just like, obviously I'm happy and shit, but like it's just insane. And you want to know the funniest part about this game? The Packers still have a playoff spot.
Yeah, that tie is really weird. Ties are weird. I think we should abolish ties.
Yeah, that's extremely college football build of you, and you are wrong.
I don't care. You should get rid of ties.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I just can't believe that the Packers are just so poorly coached, so poorly run. This defense should not be getting wasted the way it is.
Yeah, what are we, the Texans?
Crazy.
Hell, even Davis Mills could score 30 on. Even Davis Mills scored 26 on the Jags in the fourth.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. Yeah, no,
He scored 19 on the. He scored
that's
20 on the
crazy,
Jags in the fourth. Thank you very much.
That's
Like,
really.
on the stream, they're like the NFC Broncos, but the difference is they have a clutch gene at quarterback. I don't think Jordan Love is in it.
I don't think Jordan Love and Bo Nix is the right comparison though.
Jordan
because-
Love is not the problem in this game, really.
It's everything. He wasn't helping the team. That's the issue.
He's not helping, but I think that we're trying a little bit to hamper the gunslinger nature of Favre. Like, let him listen to the demons. Let him throw beyond 7-yard ADOT.
But
Basically, let
here's
him be like Aaron Rodgers.
But the thing is, though, the one thing that Matt LaFleur hates, he hates turnovers. He for some reason is so afraid of turning the ball over that, like, as soon as he does, he just loses all faith and love and goes, I will run the ball on first, second, third, and fourth down. Speaking of which, I do want to quickly get into the 2-minute warning and whatever the fuck that was. So, for those of you that don't know, I'm just going to recount what kind of happened before the 2-minute warning. So, the Eagles end up punting the ball to the Packers. Packers, before the 2-minute warning, it's... Packers Packers get a 25-yard catch.
From what, like 4 minutes out?
Yeah, kind of. The Packers catch the ball, get a first down. They get a first set of downs, I believe, on the 35, on their own 35. So, first pass is incomplete. Jordan Love was a little bit pressured. That's fine. A second pass is dropped by Dontavian Wick, but the throw was just not it. That was just not a very good throw. Then Luke Musgrave catches the ball to get to 4th and 1. Now, here's where the first issue comes up. If I'm the Packers, why in the fuck am I not calling timeout? You are not... Quit trying to hurry up the offense because they clearly do not look ready. They don't know what's going on. The entire defensive line knows that they're running the football here. You don't even give your offensive line a break to do anything. And you want to know what happens immediately? Josh Jacobs is wrapped up. He fumbles. Eagles recovered. And now the Eagles have the ball.
To play devil's advocate there, if they take a timeout, they lose the game immediately. You're coughing the ball up with, what, roughly 1:30 left? You have 15 seconds, and your active kicker is Brandon McManus at the moment.
Right, but also at the same time, you just cannot... You can't, like, do that. Everyone on the field knew what they were going to do, and you have to prevent that from going through. As a coach, you need to step in and be like, okay, this play call isn't going to work. Because everyone knew what was going to happen. And when that happens...
You're advocating for a decision that immediately loses the Packers the game 99 times out of 100. I don't like the immediate go for it on 4th and 1. I don't like how the play turned out. Running the ball on 4th and 1 is kind of fine, except for the fact that you have Luke Musgrave, who is a decidedly not Tucker Kraft when it comes to blocking. But being able to stop the clock one more time when a first down was going to seal the game before, there is a huge difference with any quarterback.
That didn't even matter in the end because the Packers just did not have enough time to drive down the field and give McManus reasonable range.
The Packers did. They did a deep shot to Christian Watson, and it was close. It was just a bit behind him. If he had let him up the side.
Not to mention that the only reason the Eagles that they even had that chance in the first place was because nobody would have expected Sirianni to go for it. Everyone expected them to punt it.
That was before.
This is irrespective of Sirianni being stupid, and we're ahead a couple drives.
Yeah.
No,
Just
I'm
by
saying
one.
that in hindsight. If they punt it,
Oh. Okay.
yeah. Because nobody would expect them to go for it in the first place. They should have been down at like the 10 or even the 5-yard line to start their final drive, which would have made them not taking the timeout even worse.
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess.
What was he thinking?
Well, regardless, fumble on that we can chalk that up as a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. That's fine. Now, here comes the second issue in this game. Eagles run the ball on first, second, and third down. They get nothing. Third and 6 in reasonable field goal range. Why in the fuck are you going for it on 4th and 6?
I don't know what's going on.
I genuinely did not. I jokingly say, oh, they're gonna do. I thought that when the offense went back on the field, I say, oh, they're gonna try and draw them off sides and take a delay game, then put the Packers deep in their own end zone. I thought that was the play call. That's why I'm like, okay, the offense is gonna try and draw the Packers offside, get a free first down, then all they gotta do is kneel. Clearly I was wrong.
4th and 6, I think.
Well, either way,
Yeah.
Either way, I thought they were going to try and draw them off sides, and if they didn't do it, take the delay of game and pin the Packers deep in their own end zone. But going for it, that's 4D chess by 4D chess, honestly.
Why are you just not attempting the kick? You have one of the better kickers in the NFL in Jake Elliott. That puts you up by 6. They have to now drive down the field and get a touchdown, which is infinitely more harder. That is just a completely dumb, terrible play. If I'm Jalen Hurts, I should tell my coach, "You are a dumbass. We are not doing this. Put our punter out there." But no. You want to know what happens? They try a Hail Mary. Jalen Hurts has no one, throws into double coverage, passes batted down. The Packers now get the ball at the 36. Now, here comes the other part. First pass for the Packers on the second drive is incomplete. It was a risky-ish throw, but it probably wouldn't have been completed anyway. But he did
not to Watson that was behind him. I think it's makeable, just not where Love threw it.
Yeah.
It's a misdirection throw. If he leads him, he's probably inside the 30.
Yeah, not to mention too, he had a guy I think wide open. Was it Dobbs open on the other side?
I wouldn't say that was open.
I'm not sure. Dobbs was questionable to return at a certain point in the game. The Packers wide receiver core is so devastated. We're running our own Travis Hunter out there.
Yeah, it might have been Bo Melton then, but
he wasn't
still.
open, really.
Yeah, because Melton
wasn't
was taking meaningful snaps at wide receiver for the second half tonight.
Yeah. Well, here comes the better part. The Packers get a solid throw from Jordan Love over the middle, that is caught by Bo Melton. And they get an 18-yard gain and they spike it. So, and here's where both of these coaches explore their 3D chess mega brain, their 5D chess mega brain. As the clock is ticking down, it seems like neither coach is aware of the fact that there are 40 seconds on the play clock. The Packers don't get a play out before the clock hits 0. Once the clock hits 0, the ball is snapped and kicked, and the field goal is short by a country mile. Not by a country mile, but it is very short.
You're missing the timeout, the
I was
free
get-
kick by McManus, which shows it's short, and the 3-second
That was
runoff
after.
in what
That
can
was-
only be
that was-
described
that
as
was-
trying to chip a few
That
yards off.
was after.
No, I was getting to that. I was getting to that. So, what happens next is that the Eagles call timeout before that happens. First things first, I don't get icing the kicker on a 64-yard field goal. He's either gonna make it or he's not gonna make it. If it was like between 40 or 30, sure. But this is like a kick from God at this point. Just let them make a mistake. But Nick Sirianni playing with his fucking
He's
Kindle
40
Fire
chess, bro.
tablet on the He's playing with his Kindle Fire tablet on the sideline, decides to call timeout so that way he can beat his final level and fucking cut the rope. So, that happens. The free kick goes off and then it gets loose. And then it's short. So what happens next is Packers come out to make a pass, like Kamain said, throws it into double coverage. It's nowhere going to be caught. It's way over everyone's head. And out comes Brandon McManus again, who just showed that you can't make him make the kick. And you want to know what happens first? Ball is kicked, shanked, questionably. I think it was blocked, but Packers lose the game.
Regardless.
Before the field goal, they just had no time.
Gee, if only no, I don't know. We were stashing an extra kicker on our roster who just made the longest kick in the history of Green Bay 2 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago?
I don't get it. Like, does like Brandon McManus have like dirt on the Packers organization or something? He should have been cut after the Panthers game. Why is he still on the field now? I don't get that.
Are you sure you're not talking about Rich Bisaccia?
Didn't he miss his kick? Didn't he miss like a game-winning kick? Not game-winning. Didn't he miss like one of the kicks in fucking
The Packers were going for it on a 4th and 9 at the 40 of the Eagles tonight. And they did the same thing last week. That should tell you everything you need to know about our kicker situation.
Then why not just be smart enough and bring back Haversick? That comes down to coaching.
Haversick's on the roster.
Then why wasn't he playing? What in?
Was he even ready?
I don't know if he was dressed for tonight. I'd have to look at the Packers inactive.
What?
1 second.
Are you fucking kidding me? You. I'm sorry. That sounds dumb. You have to. I have to be like pushing
Haversick. Haversick was inactive.
That is why.
Haversick, Hobbs, Golden, LVN.
Our special team sucks.
Why the fuck isn't he playing? After Brandon McManus missed a 43-yarder last week against the Panthers, that would have given
McManus has looked like shit for the last 3 weeks. So it's not just the Panthers game. Also, just a quick aside, J.R. Alexander and A.J. Dillon both did not get their revenge games because they did not see the field as they were not active.
Lol. By the way, I just looked at it. Every single Packers loss this year has come by 3 points. And in every single one of those games, they were a field goal away from winning. I thought they missed a field goal.
I still don't know how they lost to the Browns.
Oh, Pimp, that's really
Now,
that's really bad.
now again, I as much as it's funny to dog and shit on the Packers, let's shit on the Eagles for this bullshit. They should have fucking. This is terrible.
Yeah.
This is terrible.
Wow, this Super Bowl team. I've never seen a Super Bowl team that looks weird. They look like it's
You
like
prefer
it's not a Super Bowl team
Yeah.
that looks dominant. It's just a Super Bowl team that looks lost, odd. Like they're 7-3.
The
No,
Rams from a
7-2.
few years ago were injured to hell and back, and they looked a lot worse than the Eagles did. That was the
Well, you
worst
said
title
injured,
defense
so,
of
like,
all
yeah,
teams
but,
since
like,
the
I
Broncos.
don't know. Just Philly. What Philly is? What 7-2, but they're just kind of like
7-2,
they feel
and
like they're Okay,
It's
but
not
chat, but who's a
convincing.
better team, Philly or the Broncos?
That's a tough. That's so fucking tough, dude. That is. I mean, I guess I have to go with Philly because they beat LA and Tampa, even though they realistically shouldn't have beaten LA. Tampa, sure, but
I mean, Philly's
ga-
is
if a
now
game-
the best team in the the AFC, not AFC, NFC.
I don't. Look, man, this Eagles
don't.
team is currently 6-1 in one-score games. They're finding ways to win, and I will give them that.
You know what, Chad? I
Did they
realized
find a way to win? No,
know what I
they
realized,
didn't find a
Chad?
way to win this game.
This is just the Chiefs of last year. This is just the Chiefs of last year. They feel so off. They feel like they shouldn't be in this position, and yet they are finding ways to win. This is just the Chiefs of last year. Literally what
Makes
it is.
sense. They both lost to Denver.
This is the Chiefs of last year. They just find a way to just, you know, it's like you should be like a lesser team, but since you have such high-end talent, you just, I would not be surprised if they're first round exits. Rather be wild
If
card.
Sirianni's on a different team, he would have been fired.
Tell you what, you put Dan Quinn on the Eagles, I don't think this team loses a game.
Yeah. If Nick Sirianni's on like let's say the Texans, he would have been like fired immediately.
It was weird. It was a weird football game. Football's back, I guess.
Yeah.
Football missed the MLB so much. They're saying we have to have low score games so it looks like the game. Anyways, yeah, no. So yeah, the Phillies beat the Brewers, fucking 10-7. Good job.
Hey,
on that.
hey, real quick, just because I'm curious, do you wanna talk about the Jaguars and Texans game real quick, Kamain? Just because I'm curious.
Take care of his health, man.
General Mills, baby. Fucking General Mills.
You know, Tank Commander Trevor is nice to have. Unfortunately, I don't know if you guys noticed, we don't have a first round pick next year.
Yeah, that's
he
property
trades
of the
the
Browns. The
Wait, I mean, how's Travis Hunter doing so far?
Anyways,
do you not know?
Hey, listen. I just saw the Pro Football Hall of Fame got the jersey cam little one, and he broke the regular season record. So good for him.
Yeah.
This is maybe Toyotathon can come in and save
Jordan
the
Love.
Green Bay Packers. When does Toyotathon start?
No idea.
Yeah, this is, I have never seen a Packers team look lost. They look lost.
They should
And if they
should sign I don't know, sign like,
They should sign Jake Moody.
This
yeah, actually,
this is going to sound,
they should sign Jake Moody.
This is going to sound really dumb, and I don't think it'll happen. But if the Packers lose to the Giants in New York, do you have to start talking about putting Matt LaFleur on the hot seat?
A
comfortable
very
with Matt LaFleur
stupid
playing.
loss is how we got McCarthy fired. It was the only time No, I think LaFleur's got another year. For those who are not in the Packers loop, Ed Policy has not publicly, or like, I think publicly said sometime earlier this year, it was like one of the first things he said, he's not really into looking at extensions for LaFleur and shit, what's the name over again? Goody?
Gutekunst?
Yeah, Gutekunst. Right now.
Dude, the Packers fired
Why?
mid-season. Have the Packers fired coaches mid-season?
Yeah.
Yes,
Mike McCarthy.
once. Mike McCarthy. It was after a particularly bad loss to Arizona.
I thought that was the Commanders game. In all honesty,
Nope.
was that
Probably
earlier in
wait.
the year?
The only way they will fire LaFleur is probably a massive
Huh.
collapse or very bad loss.
Apparently, that was also the first time the Cardinals ever won at Lambeau Field. Huh.
Huh.
Wow.
Yeah, they dropped to 4-7-1 off a bullshit tie that shouldn't have happened if that's the game I'm thinking of, because it was an egregious fake roughing the passer on Matthews against the Vikings. They lost 20-17 against the Cardinals.
Maybe they do. I mean, they did have a tie when they fired LaFleur. I mean, when they fired
I think they're not gonna do it until the end of next year.
So you do think he's gone? Interesting.
No, I'm not saying that. I think he's got the year to ride it out unless it's like genuinely this bad and worse. I think the Packers would have to lose out in some particularly embarrassing fashions. Like,
Well-
worse than tonight, because at least 10-7 is close.
Like, if you get blown up by like the Giants, then like there's gonna be a lot of questions essentially.
No, I think if we
No, if you get
lose the
blown-
remaining
If you get blown
games,
up by the, if you get blown, we're talking. If you get blown out by the Giants.
The Russell Wilson Giants, by the way.
Oh yeah, the Russell
okay,
Wilson
Russell Wilson
Giants.
Giants changes it a little maybe, but
Yeah,
Because
that's
Dart
not
isn't probably gonna play.
Yeah, Dart's probably still. Dart was still in concussion protocol at the end of the game. They may fucking, or the interim head coach may say, "Fuck it, Russ, you're taking the reins," because you know, if you get blown, I think still if you lose that game in like in the non-shootout fashion, it's like, what the fuck, like. The Giants are known for the blowing leads this season, and you can't beat them in like that's why I say non-shootout fashion. Like, if you can't put anything on the Giants' defense, if you know what, if you don't score more than like 24 points, honest to God, it's like, yikes.
well, the Packers only win if they score at least
Especially after
27.
they fire a coach.
I would say, yeah, maybe LaFleur doesn't get like axed.
You
but
guys are
it's
more
like, but it's like,
trigger happy on this than some of the fan bases.
I mean, it's not that we're trigger happy. It's just like this is the like compared to like the last
I'm
couple
not a
of
fan
years,
of
the
firing
Packers'
a coach
frustration is
mid-season.
building up. Like wild card loss to the fucking Eagles. The Cowboys game was like a blip in the radar, and then I guess look going toe to toe against San Fran is something. But even back then, like losing to Detroit at home in a winning get in playoff scenario, losing to San Fran again in the playoffs in an embarrassing fashion, like I think like he is a playoff. Like I'm not like legitimately, Mike LaFleur has been coasting off the fact that he's had tremendous regular season success.
That's what I'm like. I'm not a fan of mid-season things, but it's like and not to say I'm a fan of like firing a head coach, because LaFleur has been very good, but it's like maybe we just need a change just to get something different, you know. Just like I just need something different. Maybe a new thing can get them over the hump or like whatnot. Yeah, like I said, it's not even like being trigger happy. It's just like maybe there just needs to be a change. Cause like this, like I don't know, just a change probably needs to happen. That's all.
He's Kyle Shanahan without the Super Bowl appearances.
Yeah.
Oof. Yeah.
But the tougher question is, what do you want to replace with?
Yeah, that's also
What
a
do
thing.
you
It's
want to
like, what do you
replace?
replace with?
That's
Joe
what
Brady.
you want.
Joe Brady would do fucking wonders.
There's an argument they could promote from within.
Who?
Halfley.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I would like that, but the issue is defensive head coaches just don't really last long in the NFL, it seems. Like,
He's,
D'Amico Ryans is still getting questionable looks at still.
I mean, he's doing his part.
I mean, the Packers gotta pay a lot of money to get Joe Brady.
I mean, they know how to play. I mean, they know how to
Yeah.
pay people.
Fire Bisaccia. Look, if we're firing people, I think we're firing LaFleur. We're probably letting the O cord go, and we're either hunting. Well, assuming that of the other. Again, playing the hypothetical game. Assuming that there's like 7 other coaching vacancies, we either hire Halfley or he gets poached somewhere. And I would hate to see Halfley go.
Like I said, I think personally, it because it's the thing is, I've been thinking about it with John Harbaugh. This might just not be the place for him. Like, legitimately, he might just need to be on a different team, because it's clear that whatever he had at the start of his career just isn't there anymore. His coaching has gone stale, essentially. There's no, I think that's the only way you can put it. His coaching has gone stale.
He's got a tendency to get too cute.
The Packers' expectations should be changed. They should not be a Super Bowl contender.
Honestly, you want to know what I think? I think that my big thing with Matt LaFleur, I think he's just not like a QB developer. I just don't think he knows how to develop a quarterback. He knows how to call a play for a good. He didn't have
to develop a quarterback. And again, our QB developing godsend of a coach retired this offseason.
It's just, I'm just baffled.
Should they get a new offensive coordinator?
I wouldn't mind Stenovich going back to O-line. There are so many calls from Packers heads about LaFleur relinquishing play calling duties.
Getting rid of LaFleur's play calling duties doesn't take away from the players' play, personally. Like, you can, yeah, they were too cute today, but also, Jordan Love couldn't get any help with that offensive line, and whenever he did have help, he's fucking sailing passes over people's heads. Or they're being dropped. Like, he was 20 for 36. Is that, that's partial that it's drops, but another half is him just completely sailing passes. And for reference today, Jordan Love was 14 for 22 for passes behind the line of scrimmage and up to 10 yards. From there, he was 6 for 14 on every single throw afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh no, this game's fucking suck at football.
And yeah, it's just I'm very. I do want to say this about the Eagles too. Despite us talking about how Matt LaFleur being fired, Nick Sirianni needs to be fired. He legitimately needs to be fired.
No. We want them to extend Rich Bisaccia. We hate the Eagles here.
They won the Super Bowl. They can't fire.
Despite of them.
Yeah, and look what happened with them when they got fucking Doug Peterson.
Yeah,
winning a Super Bowl.
We can only hope.
Look, man, winning a Super Bowl means jack fucking shit. I was talking about this with my stepfather earlier today. Your success relies on consistency, and it's very hard to be consistent in the NFL. That's why dynasties are so rare. The fact of the matter is, this Eagles team's way too fucking inconsistent. Remember when they started off fucking like 10-1? They started off like 10-2 in 2023, and then ended off losing like like 5 of their last 6, and losing technically 6 of their last 7, including in the playoffs. That wasn't trying to make a joke there.
32-9. I remember that, dude. I clowned the fuck out of my Eagles fan who was my manager, bro. Well, dead ass. Like, the funny story, like, he came in a cast one day and everyone signed his thing. I signed 32-9 on his fucking cast. So
By the way,
because that was the season they lost everything, then lost to Tampa. Because he went to that game. He went to that game in Tampa, and they lost 32-9, bro. I remember that score. That is such a funny day.
Yeah. Not to mention, too, by the way, that was the year before that was the year that they first went to the Super Bowl under Nick Sirianni. So the year after, they put up a fucking stinker in the playoffs. Just getting that out now. And this team wasn't bad. They were pretty good. Granted, their defense was it, but like they could do it. And then immediately, oh, of course, but because they win a Super Bowl, guys, that immediately makes everything better.
I mean,
no, it's not. We
does,
have seen that coaches
man.
can fluke into Super Bowls. I do not care if you win a Super Bowl. Your talent shows on the regular season, and every time you've been under the spotlight, you hide behind your kids, or you're just a general incompetent play caller who doesn't know how to manage a fucking clock or call a goddamn play. If you're the head coach and you're telling your team to throw the ball on 4th and 6, you get fired. You should be fired for that. I don't care if he won the game. He's getting bailed out.
Hashtag general for my opinions on this game.
I mean,
if he's on a different team, he would have been gone.
yeah, they like him.
But it's unfortunate.
They like his style of coaching, and they also just want a Super Bowl.
It's unfortunate he's on a stacked team.
I do not.
That's what you think,
care.
but it's like he's
This was going to be
won
a
a Super
short
Bowl.
string.
Oh no, it went into rant mode, but like it's just. Oh, I show speed, early stream real quick, but like fucking. Ugh. This team is not good. This team is coached by morons being bailed out by high-end talents. We see this shit with the Steelers all the fucking time. And you want to know something? They've been stuck in fucking neutral. They were just lucky that they play in one of the worst divisions in football because the Commanders didn't have a fucking well, the Commanders did have a quarterback last year, but the Commanders were rolling off a fucking D20 roll. The Cowboys just have Jerry Jones as their owner, and the Giants. They are lucky they play in one of the most fucking brain-dead divisions in football that just so happen to be stacked with talent to the brim with no coaches that know how to use them. And they're lucky that they get to play teams like the fucking Giants and Cowboys every year as bottom feeders, and they still lose to these guys. I'm not expecting perfection from this team, but I'm not expecting them every single week to have a dumb call. Like, you can pick and choose a fuck ton of calls, and that's fair. But when every single week you have a mind-baffling call done by your own fucking team, you have to look within and start looking at yourself as you're the problem. And the funniest thing too, this team could easily, if you flip all their one-score games right now, you know what record they have? They would be 2-7. If they flip the record, they'd be 2-7. Granted, they're fine. Granted, for most of the time, they found ways to win and got lucky, and I can get that. But this is the first game where I've been like, no, they didn't find a way to win. They lucked into a win. But sometimes you'd rather be good than lucky, I guess.
Yeah, dub is a dub, man. Gets you closer. Yeah, dub is a dub. You take
The worst part.
those.
The worst part is the Seahawks team's so much fucking better than them. If the Seahawks played the Eagles, it would genuinely be a 40-10 ass whooping. I
The Eagles are
100%
such a
believe that.
weird team, man. They have the talent to be one of the greatest dynasties we've seen in a long time, but they just get in their own way too much.
Although they need to get rid of their offensive coordinator.
You want to know the funniest thing? I think the Vikings could beat the Eagles.
I
That,
wouldn't say that. The Vikings seem pretty. The Vikings are pretty wounded, pretty badly.
No, but you want to know something? I at
Feels
least
they're
trust
the
their
kind of team that
coach.
falls- Well, it does feel like
That
they'd
is
be the
true.
kind of team to fall into the Eagles' trap.
Kevin O'Connell's a
Getting that
good coach.
for one of the goddamn severance chips.
In hindsight, it's kind of remarkable that the Broncos managed to make that comeback in the first place.
Yeah, yeah, I'm going a step further. I think the Panthers beat the Eagles.
No,
No,
No.
no.
they lost.
Yeah,
to
I'm
the
sorry, they
Saints.
lost to the Saints.
No, no.
They got
If you lose
beaten
to
up by
Saints,
Tyler
you
Shaw.
deserve to be
They don't
gone.
lose. They don't lose to the Eagles, but they don't beat the Eagles.
Well, at the very least, you know who can? Dallas. Dallas can beat the Eagles.
Not with that defense, they can.
No,
They almost beat them on. They almost beat them. They almost beat them on opening day. Granted, opening day syndrome, but like, this team isn't built for shootouts.
No.
This Eagles team isn't
After they
built for
let 'em whip
shootouts.
to the Cardinals. No. Not Dallas. Not this. Not Dallas nowadays. No, they're too. No. Not that one.
they're so one-sided.
They're one-sided, and they also just got bitched by the Cardinals. No.
The teams that can beat the Eagles are the only of the teams that can compete for a Super Bowl run, honestly. So Seahawks,
All the
Chiefs,
divisional heads could probably beat the Eagles.
I'd say the current Chiefs can beat the Eagles too. They definitely look a lot better than they did in Week 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna say the Bears can beat the Eagles.
Yeah, I'd probably give them that.
Yeah, probably.
The
Lions probably
Niners,
could.
Niners, I
I don't
don't
know
think
about
can.
I think the
Niners, I
I think the Niners. I think the
We're
Niners
injured
can.
as shit.
They did get bitched by the Rams, but the Rams are a way better team than the Eagles. So I'm giving them fair. I'm giving them like it could be it could go either way. The Rams are just too good at football.
Patriots beat the Eagles.
Patriots beat the Eagles.
Oh, they
Chargers beat
definitely
the Eagles.
Only Chargers will
What if?
get in the Chargers feel like they'll get in their own way. Like they'll like this wouldn't be an Eagles win. It'll be a Chargers loss. That's how it'd be.
Bills beat
Colts.
the Eagles.
No, Bills feel like that. That's more of a Bills. Feel like they're genuinely on a spiral, and since they lost another edge rusher, no, I think if you said this 2 weeks ago, I'd have been like, after they beat the Chiefs, I would have said, yeah, the Bills could beat the Eagles, but not the Bills now. The Bills seem like they're also on a spiral.
Well, the Colts could beat them.
Colts
do it.
could. Ravens could too. Ravens could. Ravens blow them out.
It depends.
Ravens blow them out.
You know what I'd love to see?
What?
The Steelers versus the Eagles again.
Battle of Philadelphia, no, Battle of
Oh.
Pennsylvania,
Oh.
baby.
The battle.
I would-
Battle for Donald J. Trump's love. Fucking.
Oh no.
Winner
Last year,
gets their,
Last year,
Where-
Steelers versus Eagles was Steelers versus the team that actually got its shit together. The Eagles are not doing that this year. This one would be a lot more nonsensical.
No. You're neglecting this. Steelers versus Eagles. But the winner gets to rename their stadium to DJT Stadium.
Oh God. Acrisure Stadium, bro. I'm calling it Heinz Field. I do not care, bro.
Yeah, it's still Heinz to me.
God, fucking. The Eagles got so fucking lucky, man. And you want to know the best part about this all? Everyone here who's doing power rankings has no fucking clue where to place the Eagles.
Oh, don't. I already did. I did my power rankings. Boom. Already submitted, baby. What'd I put the
Except
Eagles
for
at?
me,
I put the
Hhaha.
Eagles at 8. I put them at 8. Oh fuck! I put the Packers twice. Damn it! I put the Packers twice. Whoops.
It sounds dumb, but can the Bengals have a chance against the Eagles?
Yeah. Yeah. I think they
I didn't
can.
realize I put the. I didn't realize
It'll
I put
be
the-
close.
I put the Packers twice.
But their
Whoops.
defense is so bad.
Again, I will say this, and this is something that we'll save for fucking podcast night. People are counting out the Bengals. This division is led by someone who's 5-4.
The division
And-
has a clear winner, and it's the Ravens.
Oh no, the Ravens are gonna win it, but the Bengals have a chance. They have a way better chance than the fucking Steelers do, especially if
And
Joe
Browns.
Burrow's coming back.
Joe Burrow should not come back. What the fuck? Joe Burrow should not come back.
Joe Burrow coming back is about as likely as Aaron Rodgers completing the or the Department of Health and Human Services sweep
Good job.
and not losing that job to a Shanahan again.
Good job.
Honestly, I'm going to be perfectly real. I think most of the NFL sucks this year. I
Yeah,
think the
NFL
Seahawks
sucks
are one of the
this
few
year.
teams that are
Yeah.
legitimately pretty good.
Disagree. The NFC is good outside of the Eagles. The AFC is bad. I think
cannot wait to look back on this absolute fever dream in 8 years and wonder what the fuck happened.
Telling my
Yeah,
kids
while-
about
while
the
you're-
2025
Football
season.
season.
Tell my kids about the Trump season. Oh.
I'm gonna tell my kids.
Yeah,
about
did you
Biden's
guys
season.
catch? Did you guys catch him on the mic on Sunday? By the way,
No, I do not care.
I
think
did
was-
not.
I think I was with family.
yeah, he was on for a drive in the Commanders Lions game.
Yeah, I know he got
It was-
booed as shit, as he should. Fuck.
No, I think he was booed because he was at the game.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
Uh,
he should.
Not specifically because he was announcing.
No, I know. No, I'm saying no. He was at the game. He got booed.
Well,
Because
I will just say
the crowd can't hear him announcing. Only the home crowd can.
well, I will just say this. The NFC is led by the Eagles. I need someone to beat them. I don't even care if it's Detroit who beats them. I don't care if it's the Cowboys. I hope it's the Bears. I don't care if it's the Chargers, the Raiders, the Commanders, the Bills, or the Commanders again. Someone, I am begging, someone chop this team down to size. Because
It will
this
happen.
team doesn't deserve the spot they're at right now.
You just gotta be patient about it.
Yeah. But unless you guys got anything else to say, I feel this has been a perfect emergency stream.
No, it's good.
I don't have anything more to say.
Too.
It's just
Which
baffling
I
how
believe
this is what
currently on
happened.
sale on Switch for like $24.
Yeah.
Which is it normally gets. Oh,
What
and Fire Rich Bisaccia, in case that wasn't obvious.
What were you gonna say, Noah?
It's just baffling how this all played out. At first, it was a game where nothing happened, and then it turned into a game where nobody wanted to win.
Oh, you win the football game. No, you win the football game. I insist you win the football game.
Yeah, I can't wait for the Gridiron Heights episode on this. From Bears fan, Kamane, 24 Amper, Crossrun Ren, and I guess special guest, Josco,
Yeah.
because I decided I didn't want to kick him out because I wanted to be nice. That's his full legal name that I will be changing every single time. We thank you guys so much for watching the emergency stream. I can't wait until this gets a 10 out of 10 on IMDb.